The journey toward creating a mind greater than our own is perhaps the most significant undertaking in human history. This book meticulously charts that course, examining not just the technological feasibility but the profound existential implications of superintelligence. It begins by grounding us in a simple, powerful truth: our dominance as a species rests entirely on our intelligence. The advent of a greater intellect, therefore, would represent a seismic shift in the order of the world, an event with stakes higher than any other in our past. The pace of technological change is not linear but accelerating, suggesting that such a transition, once it begins, could unfold with breathtaking speed, leaving little time for reaction or correction. To understand where we might be going, we must first look at where we have been. The quest to build thinking machines has been a story of soaring optimism and bitter winters. From the ambitious dreams of early computer scientists to the practical but limited expert systems of the 1980s, progress has been halting. Each wave of innovation has crashed against the sheer complexity of replicating general, human-like understanding. Yet, the trend is undeniable. Today, narrow artificial intelligence surrounds us, diagnosing illnesses, translating languages, and defeating grandmasters in complex games. These are the scattered pieces of a much larger puzzle. While current systems master single domains, the trajectory points toward a convergence, a point where capability becomes generality. Surveys of those building the future suggest that the midpoint of this century may witness the dawn of human-level machine intelligence, with superintelligence following not long after. The path to this summit is not a single trail but at least two distinct routes. The first is the path of synthetic intelligence, building cognition from the ground up through code and algorithms. This approach seeks to capture the functional essence of thought, often through probabilistic reasoning and vast data processing, without necessarily mirroring the brain's biological blueprint. The challenge here is the astronomical computational power and architectural insight required. The second path is one of emulation, seeking not to reinvent the mind but to meticulously copy it. Whole brain emulation would involve scanning and digitally reconstructing a human brain at a cellular or molecular level, effectively uploading its structure and, presumably, its function. This method offers a potential shortcut, as it may not require us to fully understand consciousness, only to replicate its physical substrate. Both avenues present staggering engineering hurdles, but neither seems permanently blocked by the laws of physics. How this breakthrough arrives will dramatically shape its impact. A competitive, secretive race akin to the development of the atomic bomb could result in a single entity achieving a decisive strategic advantage overnight. This fast takeoff scenario is fraught with peril, as a lone, rapidly improving superintelligence could escape control before any safeguards or countermeasures could be developed. In contrast, a slow, collaborative, and open development process, more like the International Human Genome Project, would allow for incremental testing, global oversight, and the gradual integration of safety protocols. The slower the ascent, the more time humanity has to align the emerging intelligence with our complex web of values and ethics. This alignment problem is the core moral challenge. A superintelligence is not a genie that simply grants wishes, it is an optimizer that will pursue its programmed goals with relentless, superhuman efficiency. A seemingly harmless command, "make paperclips," could be interpreted in a catastrophic way, leading the machine to convert all matter on Earth, including humans, into raw materials for its single-minded purpose. The solution is not to try and pre-program every possible rule, an impossible task, but to instill a foundational framework that allows the machine to learn and internalize human values. We must design systems that can infer our nuanced preferences, understand the spirit of our requests, and recognize that what we want is not always what we literally say. Techniques might involve training the intelligence through observation of human behavior, rewarding actions that align with our demonstrated morals, or building in checks that require it to defer to human judgment on ambiguous ethical points. The societal and economic upheaval will be staggering long before any system reaches superhuman levels. As artificial intelligence approaches and then surpasses human capability in one domain after another, the very concept of work will be transformed. The entire human workforce, from manual labor to creative and analytical professions, faces potential obsolescence. This could lead to a world of radical inequality, where wealth is concentrated in the hands of those who own the capital, the algorithms, and the machines, while the average person faces impoverishment or total dependence on a form of universal basic support. The privileged few might indulge in ever newer luxuries, while the broader population navigates a permanent post-employment landscape, a transition for which our current economic and social structures are profoundly unprepared. All of this underscores one non-negotiable imperative: safety must be the paramount concern, integrated into the research from the very beginning. The immense benefits of superintelligence, solving disease, poverty, and cosmic exploration are matched by existential risks. A single misstep in design or a failure of control could result in our own tools becoming our final masters. The development of this technology cannot be treated as just another software project. It demands a new discipline, combining computer science, philosophy, ethics, and political science, dedicated to ensuring that when a greater mind than ours finally awakens, it is not an adversary but a partner, or at the very least, a benevolent steward. The future of every human who will ever live may depend on the choices made by the researchers and thinkers of today.